Nice to see you all again, my YouTube friends and family. Once again, I am Tim Spence, also trusted troublemaker. And I'd like to pose a question to you all this evening. Have you ever had one of those days where you wake up and everything is just normal? You wake up and you feel the sun beaming down on you. You feel the joy in your heart coming back. The birds are chirping. Everything is just so Disney-esque. And you don't get out of bed. You leap with joy. You leap out of bed, you clap your hands, and you're like, yeah, and you're just like, today's going to be a good day. You get in your car after having a nice, wholesome breakfast. You're driving to work. There's no vehicular murderers on the road. Someone pulls up next to you at a light. They say, hey, roll your window down. You're like, oh man, here we go. This is going to be it. And they're like, I hope you have a great day today. And you're like, well, that's all right. That's all right. And you make it to work. And you're like, you're saying hi to everybody. You're like, hey, Karen, how are the kids? Like, you're just overjoyed. You're motivated. You're feeling good. You're click-clacking away. And you're just like, yeah, today is the day that it all goes right. And it goes like that. Everyone's nice, peaceful, tranquil, all of that, all throughout the day. And then something around noon, 1 o'clock, something happens. You hear this growl. You hear this growl. And you're like, you look around, you're like, what was that? And then you hear it again. And you're like, is it a demon? A beast? Perhaps? Once more. And you look down, it's your stomach. It's your stomach telling you it's hungry. It's time to eat. And that's normal. I mean, you're hungry around lunchtime. I mean, it's normal. So what are you going to do? You got options. You always have options. Remember, before I proceed with this whole monologue I'm about to offer you, remember you always have options. One of your options, you can go to the local sub shop. Get a nice ham and cheese, something like that. You can go to your local burrito spot. Get a little nice hefty fiber in your diet. You can do anything. You have multiple options, multiple decent options of what to feed yourself during lunchtime. You can even ask Jim in accounting to go get you something. I'm sure he'd love to. But you decide to take a different option. You decide to take your lunch break, hop in your car, and drive to a fast food restaurant. Like a maniac. You willingly participate in this. And you don't do it. It's not even something you want to do. You just like, I want something quick, cheap. I need it now. And you don't get into the drive-through line. No, you slither into it. You slither like a snake. You slither into the drive-through line with your head tucked because you're ashamed of what you're doing. You got your head in your neck. You know, you might as well be buying crack. That's how you feel about it. You know, like that's the ambiance it's giving you. You're looking around, there's other people in line questioning, you know, where did it all go wrong? How did we get to this? Like, I would have tried a little harder. Like, you're at this moment with the other miserable fools in the line, and the whole time you're thinking is, how am I going to get myself out of this one? Because you're here now. You can't just turn around and crash and cause an accident. So you're like, I'm going to go through with it. You know, I'm an adult ordering food off of a value menu, but I'm an adult nonetheless. And you do what everybody does when they get to the drive-thru line. You think about, what do you want? What do you really, really want? What's going to satisfy that emptiness inside of you? And you go through these diagrams and PowerPoint presentations in your head as if it's like not the same menu that it's always been, you know, the same listed items of shame and regret that they always offer on a 24/7 basis. You debate with yourself, do I want this, do I want that? How bad do I want to hate myself today? Like that's what you're asking yourself. And then amongst all this thinking and all this madness you're going through in your head, you realize you're 2 cars away from the call box. You're not ready. You're unprepared. You did all that thinking and you didn't even come up with a conclusion. So you scramble. You're like, I gotta get myself together. I gotta do it. You know, you start looking at your notes. You start putting on makeup. You rehearse as if you're about to perform a Broadway play. Like you're just getting it. You're getting together for this moment. And before you know it, you're there. You're there. Right at the call box. And you realize you haven't got a clue as to what you want. So now you have to confront said individual with the headset inside who's already on a tight rope as it is. You have to explain to them that you need more time to muddle over this 5-star restaurant's menu that you're about to take part in. So you roll down the window and they say, welcome to hell. How may I help you? And you respond, I need a minute. And if you're anything like me, the immediate response you get is, what? What did you say? And it's so threatening. Like, I didn't mean it. Like, they're just like, what did you say? You bum, I'll smack you. Like you did this, like you can feel the anger and hate resonating out of the microphone. Like you can just hear it. And you're taken aback. You're like, I should just leave. I should just get out of here. I could go. Everybody, you're like, wait a minute. No, I'm an adult. I'm a human being, and I need a minute. So you turn to the box. I said I need a moment to decide as to what it is I would like. And he responds, all right. And you know they're talking about you inside. It's like this dude here really put up to this line not knowing what he wanted. Like we got a plethora of options to choose from. Like he's really just out there trying to make up his mind. So you get your time and then finally you come up with something. You're never satisfied with what you get. You just blurt something out there because you feel like it'll make them happy. And you proceed to window number 1. Now, window number 1 is where you initially pay for the punishment you're about to receive, the punishment that you willingly participated in. And there's never a communication. It's like they look at you and they're like, it might as well be death himself at the window. And he's like, he's got his skull hand out like, pay the toll. Like, and he just like, take it, just take it, take it. And he just snatches it back and slams the window in your face. It's like my change, and it slams back up and he throws the change in your face. He's like, oh, I guess I deserve that. And battered and bruised, your ego is now. You proceed to window number 2. Now, this is where it's all supposed to be over. You've gotten over the hard part. You've made your order. You've done everything you needed to do. Now, all you have to do is get your food and leave. And hopefully never do this ever again. But you remember your order, and you realize that you wanted something else. You wanted something else at the checkout window. You wanted something else, and you debate with yourself, do I have enough nerve to ask them for one more item? Am I prepared to take that risk? They're already looking at you like you offended them by showing up. And that if you say the wrong thing, fry grease is going to be the next thing that you see coming out of that window. But you're feeling bold today. You're like, I'm having a good day. I'm not going to let anything ruin my day. No, I will not. So you turn and you say, I would like a milkshake. Out of all the things you could have actually wanted on top of all the death and shame you've already ordered, you want literally the most difficult thing for them to make on a daily basis. That's what you want. And so they're like, they roll their eyes and they say, pull up for me, sir. Pull up. Now, you've offended them. All bets are off. But you're thinking like, okay, this is just temporary. This is just a moment. I'll just get my food, get my delicious milkshake, and I'll go about my business. And wouldn't chance have it, you got your food, you're waiting. It's like your meal won't be complete without this milkshake. They come out with your milkshake, and the individual clumsily slips. You're taken aback. And not to mention, for whatever reason, you were in such a hurry, you forgot to brake, put your car in park. And so you have your foot lightly on the brake just so you can hit the gas and just be on your way. They slip, the milkshake goes flying. You turn and look, and the first thing proceeding into your face is a cherry stem, followed by whipped cream, followed by Oreos, blended in a sugary blob. This is proceeding to your face slowly. Slowly you look. Splash. Throws off your whole equilibrium. You let your foot off the gas. You try to get your wherewithal. You hit your foot back on the gas. You take off. For whatever reason, there's a ramp right in front of you. Your car is propelled into the air. You look like you're flying a fighter jet with ice cream makeup on your face. You're gripping the wheel as if that's going to stop anything from happening. And you turn, try to navigate this flying Acura that you have, and you land right into the middle of a grocery store. Of course, people are terrified. Some people are upset. They're offended that you decided to play these shenanigans on this day of their chores getting done, their errands getting taken care of. You're sitting there covered in fast food, with fries, cheeseburger on the side of your face. And all you can think about is that if you had made lunch at home and brought it to work with you, none of this would have ever happened. That's all I have for you guys today. Please look forward to my future videos and my other genres. You know, this is always going to be story time with Tim. And I'll put them in a nice little playlist, nice little vlog box where you guys can just watch all these videos back to back along with the other things I plan on doing in the future. Once again, I'm Tim Spence, Trusted Troublemaker. My Snapchat is Trust for Trouble. My IG is Trusted Troublemaker. Follow me on Facebook. Look me up. Do whatever you got to do. And it's always a pleasure. And as always, trust me to trouble you.